Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Both of these teams are ranked nationally in the passing game, and both of them not only rack up numbers, but they're very innovative. They call to mind like some of the better Boise State teams in terms of their creativity in the passing game. We expect to see the aerial assault from both teams continue in this one. We've done all we can do here. Time to tee it up. Let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for the call. David and I will be with you at halftime.
And now it's time for the coin toss. And it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
Feel, baby. Let's go.
UCLA is ready to open this one up as they line up for the opening kick. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And they can forget about returning this one. The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 25. Gives it right side, and he makes it out to about the 27-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Black uniforms look clean, though. That's what I'm talking about.
Tries to thread the needle, and it's not going to work. Tackle made at the 48.
James. Okay.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 48.
Look at this shit. Look what easy's got.
He's at the 30. And he's finally taken down at the 20. So they pick up big yards on the option keeper.
I thought he's going to break that one for a touchdown. You couldn't draw that up any better.
Throws it to the outside. Oh, boy, almost intercepted.
Great reaction to get his hands in the way of that pass. That's not an easy play to make.
All right, I heard an alert, but I didn't see one pop up. So
from the 20-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Good. God, yeah, fuck.
They'll give it off here. He has some room. Touchdown, UCLA!
Appreciate the like. What up, Ben?
UCLA with a 6-point lead. He makes the PAT. A quick update now. Here's Reese.
The Bulldogs were ranked number 17 in the land. After the disappointing loss, they hope to just maintain any position in the poll. And for Missouri, they put together 4 straight wins.
With the video.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
So on my end.
Sends it sailing downfield. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback.
The Bruins are looking for some new players to step up this season, Herbie. And, you know, every team needs a new star to be born year in and year out because you lose a fifth of your roster to graduation every year.
They threw a pick the last time out. Should be interesting to see what they do this time.
He's got a lot of time to forget about that last pick. He just got to stick to the game plan.
From their own 26-yard line. Second down. There's a strike complete. They'll bring him down at about the 45. Nice pickup as they connect on the pass play.
Well, they look to be in sync right now. They're both reading the defense properly, and the result is a nice game.
We're throwing into the 6th row.
From their own 45-yard line. Second down.
Gotta fix the freaking alerts.
That's a great tackle at the 45-yard line.
Alert, whatever it was. I think it was a light. It's a dumbass play. I guess that's
Going right to his tailback. And they push him out around the 47-yard line. Right now he wants to get this kick away and change field position. He punts this one high in the air. And he muffed it.
I know I'd be nervous with 11 guys sprinting down the field of me, but the first job of a return man is to catch the ball.
Well, at least for now, the crisis was averted, and they keep control of the ball. So it's time to see this offense go to work again.
This defense couldn't stop them from moving the ball and inevitably finding the end zone.
And he's shoved out of bounds at the 16. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. He's going to try and scramble. He has some room. He's taken down at the 19-yard line. 3 yards there on the quarterback keeper. UCLA is up a score.
sickening.
And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds.
That was actually pretty good defense. But a great pass and a great catch were enough to overcome it.
The offense going to try to open this field up, coming out in a 5-wide set, and the defense counters with their dime look.
Good old Cavs with jokes.
Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that. Gets it out to about the 47-yard line. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Offense.
So they'll move back after that costly penalty, and they'll have to try to get that yardage back here.
Good.
From their own 30-yard line, it's second down. Brooks off the left side, and he makes it out to about the 31-yard line.
That's why.
Quick out to his receiver. And he's tackled at the 45. UCLA is up 7. He fires this one. And he's knocked out immediately after the catch.
This receiving core runs some great routes, and that last play was an example of that. As a defender, it can be tough to match up sometimes.
Out of bounds, around the 36-yard line.
Huge third down. Put pressure on him. Fake pressure because we're not going to get the blitz there.
He gets rid of this one. They line up for another third down, and they've had no problem converting their first two. Just throws this one away. UCLA can make this a two-possession game with his field goal. He gets it up, and he just drilled it from long range.
Little Tennessee-ish.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. And they can forget about returning this one. You know they'd like to do something a little more than they did on their last drive when they had to punt the ball away.
They've been beaten soundly on both sides of the ball, and we haven't even gotten to the second quarter.
Got his man. Can't tack on any yardage. So it's second down now. They need about 4 yards to pick up the first. He's tackled at the 43.
Good route, good route. Pitch and catch. Pitch and catch. Got 21 for shit. Oh my gosh. Give me the slant.
Catches it, and that's all. Davis picks up 7 yards with that catch. It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
There.
Throws it, and it's tipped away.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
First down, pick up by the tailback.
You can see how comfortable this guy is with that football in his arms.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get the super bagger.
Quick pass. Tackle around
the 37-yard line.
Looks like the defense played the run that time. With this offense, you've got to be ready for a pass on any down in any situation.
From the 37-yard line, first down. And he's taken down right around the 12-yard line.
The receiver found a hole in the zone and turned it into a first down.
No matter what type of defensive coverage you have, there are always going to be holes. The best thing you can do is make those holes small so the quarterback can't get the ball in there.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. Steps up in the pocket.
Get the freaking block.
Second down, and they've got 15 for the first down.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
And off up the middle, and he's stuffed.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
So at the end of one quarter, the Bruins in front, 10-0. Back to the action now here in the second quarter.
Here we go. 12-50.
They bring the quarterback down. Wilkerson's every bit as good as his clippings suggest. That's his first sack of his career. The coaches say he's got it all. Swim move, spins, bull rush, whatever it takes to get to the quarterback.
After the sack, it's now 4th and long. The kick is away. It's long enough. And it's good.
Because on my end, it doesn't seem like it is.
Kentucky gets set to kick this one away.
And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions.
UCLA up 7 points. Brought down at the 25. He's to the 40. And down he goes.
At about the 47-yard line.
First down.
How you let inside leverage without?
That was just smash mouth, helmet to chin football by the defensive line there. They dominated the point of attack.
From their own 44-yard line. Second down. Close to 9-yard pickup there on the slant.
Well, the receiver does a nice job on his route. And how about the throw by the quarterback? Perfect execution. And when those two things are going well, the offense has a good chance of picking up big yards.
Makes it out to about the 39.
Gain of 8 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Makes it to the 31.
Nice blocking on the counter, and he was able to pick up around 8 yards.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Man, LSU's gonna wreck shit. Wreck the Ducks.
Gets it out quickly. And they make the stop around the 27-yard line.
You could then.
UCLA is up by a touchdown. And he's level at the 31.
These corners are showing that they're not afraid to come up and make a hit. Even if they aren't playing pass, they know how to disrupt the play.
It's the 9th play of the drive. Gains his way to the 23-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6. Guess we're not getting a stop tonight.
Here's a quick throw. End zone touchdown.
Never fails, though. I suck in alternate uniforms.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Fox has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead, and on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it. Tackle made at about the 41.
How do you throw that into the dirt like that?
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 41. Throws complete. He's got space to work. They'll bring him down around the 45-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Throws to the receiver, incomplete.
I like the scheme the defensive coordinator came up with here. They were all over the place on that play and left the quarterback nowhere to throw it.
Can we get this stop?
3rd down now, and they need to get it inside the 49. Smith was the intended receiver on that pass, so that'll make it 4th down.
The offense really had nowhere to go on that one. The play was very well defended, and now the incompletion will force the 4th down and a punt.
Thornton to punt. He's pushed out of bounds at the 19. And we see this offense again after what you, Kirk, called a very physical touchdown drive.
Well, I say that, Brad, because the big hog mollies up front were able to create holes for the running game, and it helped them get the score. Let's see if they can do it again.
Heading for the corner.
There we go. Stop the QB screen.
And a quick throw. He gets hit out of bounds around the 33-yard line. Sykes gains 6 yards on the play. They'll come away with a 1st down.
Heads up play by the quarterback to find his receiver in traffic and get the ball into his hands.
It was a great read by the quarterback there to take the snap and throw it quickly to get the 1st. They bring him down in the backfield.
you keep gaining negative yards and you put yourself in a position of having to make bigger and bigger plays, it puts a lot of pressure on that quarterback.
It's 2nd and 13. Ball on the 30. He airs it out. Inside the 30. And he holds it in. Touchdown, UCLA. He makes the PAT. A 4-play, 81-yard drive. And a touchdown to result.
Well, Brad, right now this offense is hot. And they also took advantage of some mistakes there by the defense.
Shit.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. And they can forget about returning this one.
Acting like we're a top 25 team, so.
Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. Quick throw, incomplete, wanted his receiver.
There was just no way anybody could catch up with that pass.
From their own 25-yard line. 2nd down. He's wrapped up for the sack. And for Kane, he's got 2 quarterback sacks now.
I don't know how many more shots like that the quarterback can take from this guy. He really got hit hard on that play.
Get 27. 10.
They'll split the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook.
We give up a touchdown.
And it's intercepted. Looking for the corner.
That's got to be picked, man. Come on.
From the 34-yard line. 1st down. Scrambling around. He lost the ball. They fall on it. He's taken down right around the 36-yard line.
Close one there. Maybe the ball carrier will try a little harder to secure the ball next time.
Throws it, and oh, he dropped it. He was that close to making a big play.
This safety is kicking himself for dropping that one.
3rd down, and they need to get it to the 24. Caught over the middle. And he's tackled around the 29-yard line. He made the catch, but he didn't get the 1st down.
Yeah, right now, the way this defense is swarming, there's just no room for him to get upfield for the 1st down.
Kicks up, and he nails the long field goal. UCLA lines up for the kickoff. He just drills this one. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback.
Gotta get there. Gotta get there. Gotta get there. Gotta get there.
Now here comes the offense, and you've got to wonder if that last interception's weighing on the quarterback's mind at all.
One general rule in any game is to hold on to the ball. If you're in the negative in the turnover department, your chances of winning decrease exponentially.
He's tackled at about the 31. Fires it out. Tackle around the 43-yard line.
Going deep, lays it out there.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43-yard line. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun.
And he's taken down at the 42-yard line. They come out in a 5-wide set.
Throws to the receiver, and he's got it again. Brought down at about the 25-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line. Completes it, but he can't shake the defense. The Wildcats use their second timeout.
That'll make it 35.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. Stays in bounds and made a nice catch. It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. Throws complete, touchdown. They'll go for 2 in this situation. Got to be careful of a pass play with this defense. They got it.
What? Hell.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. Excellent kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The offense gets set to take the field. Last time out, they stuck it between the uprights for 3. He's at midfield. Inside the 30 to the 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. And he adds the extra point. That'll do it. We head to the break. Still plenty of time left in this one.
Off.
UCLA's up by 23.
Late.
All right, Reese and David, thanks, guys. Second half action just about ready to start here.
God bless, dude.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for...
You know, I've been so caught up in these offensive players, the quarterbacks and the receivers, and what's happening on the field. I got to step back for a second and remind all of us what the job the offensive coordinator has done, preparing his team and calling the right plays to give them such a chance to play well.
That's what's the infuriating part.
Now he's scrambling. And he is drilled at the 19-yard line.
Okay. How the hell do I fix that?
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. He's out to the 30. He's to the 40. The 50. At the 30. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line. He carried that one for a huge gain.
You know what? You can see the ball carrier showcase his speed. Once he got into the open
Game's over, dude.
he just turned on the jets and flew.
And it looks like they might be bringing some pressure here.
This little shit.
He's on the run. There he goes, heading for the corner. And they push him out at about the 21. Gains his way to the 13-yard line.
First down.
Like, it's not fun. No fun, sir.
Another run. And down he goes at the 4-yard line.
That's a deep. That brings up 2nd and 9.
They're showing blitz. Breaks one and scores.
That's what makes this offense so tough to defend. When you have a quarterback with the ability to run and throw, and he gets down into this area of the field, chances are he's going to find his way into the end zone.
And he converts the extra point. Fox is lined up to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. And they can forget about returning this one.
Boy, the two offensive coordinators have to be loving this. In fact, you can look over at our booth next to us and see how much they're enjoying it with a big smile on their face. The defensive coordinators, on the other hand, might be looking for a pink slip on Monday.
Not a whole lot's been working for them so far. They should just come out and play loose and easy because they've got nothing to lose.
Yeah, that would have been picked. That would have been turned off.
He's to the 40. And he's got it. And they make the stop at the 33. Nice play across the middle. And he's hit before he can go anywhere. Looks for the tight end, but they can't hook up.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
from the 18-yard line. It's second down. Fires quick out to the receiver, and he can't make the grab.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
I know this quarterback trusts his arm and his receivers, but he's got to know when not to throw the ball. He didn't have any room at all, and he's lucky it wasn't intercepted.
4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field. They'll try for 3 points. Kicks away, and it splits the uprights. Thornton has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Pretty good looking touchdown drive the last time these guys were out there.
Freaking trying to strip him.
UCLA looking to add to this big lead here.
The 8th time he give it up.
Nice run there. And he picked up almost 4 on that halfback delay.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 29. Tackle made right around the 40.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Now he shows his running ability. Inside the 30 to the 20. Knocked out of bounds at the 5.
In the 55 yards. That makes it 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal after that huge run. They'll bring him down at the 3.
Personal foul. Face man. Defense.
And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
1st down. 1st and goal here. Let's see if they keep it on the ground inside the 5. Flares it out to the right, and that's to the fullback. He's thrown his 3rd touchdown pass of the game.
He's been letting it fly today, and his receivers are making plays. That is a great touchdown.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Fox looks ready to kick this one off. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback.
I get this thing 48-28 before. If I can.
I hope they show some fight here and try to stay competitive. If you're going to get blown out, you at least want to go down swinging. And he's level at the 46. Makes the catch, and look out. He's knocked out of bounds at the 47.
Gotta get off the field on defense. God
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
Yes.
He's taken down at the 27.
So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers.
Throws it out there. He came down with it. Touchdown.
Wow, an almost impossible pass to defend, and it goes for 6.
Yep, the defense would have needed 12 guys on the field that time.
All right. Here we go. Get off the field right here.
And he hits the PAT.
A 4-play, 75-yard drive, and it's good for 7 points.
Well, Brad, right now this offense is hot, and they also took advantage of some mistakes there by the defense.
Kentucky is ready to kick it away. Sends it sailing downfield. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Oh my gosh.
And for Sykes, he's had a very good night running the ball.
Well, he sure has, but the offensive line has given him a lot of room to work with. They're just dominating the point of attack and winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. You know, it's his ability to fight for extra yards that I think is really standing out to me, because the defense is there many times to make the play, but his determination and strength, I think, at this point has just been too much for this defense to handle.
Gosh, dang.
That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
From their own 23-yard line, second down. UCLA up by a bunch.
Gets to about the 24-yard line.
Get off the field here. Please. Please. Come on.
He scrambles.
Oh, wow.
Stays in bounds. To make a nice catch.
That's a gain of 15 on the play. First down.
We've got a 1st and 10.
Ball on the 39.
This is just sickening.
Inside give. And he's tackled right around the 42-yard line.
Throw it all over.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Can't tackle. Let's just say.
He's scrambling.
8B.
Slides down. 3, maybe 4 yards on the scramble.
Gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 3.
And they'll look to convert here on another 3rd down.
Gosh, dang it. Got a level wire.
Wants to throw outside. Great concentration to haul it in.
Touchdown, UCLA.
Kirk, that was a beautiful pass and a nice catch.
Well, this is one of those plays you just sit back and admire. The quarterback threw the ball perfectly, and again, the speed of the receiver is the difference in this play.
That's a great touchdown, Brad, but what happened to the coverage there by the defense? The defensive coordinator's got to be beside himself. You know, you work all week long on studying an offense and their tendencies, and then to have a mental error and to leave the star receiver open like that for a touchdown, well, they've got to regroup.
Down. 34.
The offense now will take the field, and they hope to have the same success they had on their last drive.
So much of the passing game is about time between the quarterback and his wide receivers. Right now with this offense, they are in.
Leaps picked off.
Easy, why the freak did you have to get sick?
First and 10. Ball on their own 36. UCLA up big right now in this one.
Now he tries to buy some time. Brought down around the 40-yard line. So the quarterback scrambles for about 4 yards on the play.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Hands off up the middle and stopped.
Watch out, Ben.
We've got 3rd and 8.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Yeah, a user recruited team against Slim Pickens.
Throws it in a hurry.
To the 20. The 10.
Dicks.
He's in. Another touchdown. That's his 3rd touchdown catch of the ball game.
It's really not too crazy. He's just running good, clean routes and catching the ball when it comes his way.
They might put up 80.
He makes the PAT. Ready to kick. He really got a hold of that kick.
He's to the 10. At the 30. And he has it on the corner. And he's shoved out of bounds to the 39-yard line.
And the offense will take the field, and they're certainly hoping to do better than they did in their last drive, which ended with a turnover.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
Got it. And he goes down quickly. That's 3 down and 1 to go. The Bruins are up big.
Psych.
Not sure there's any hope for a comeback here in the 4th quarter, but Kirk and I are praying. A little toss across the middle.
And he hits him hard at the 45-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Tackle around the 42-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
He lets it go. Got him again.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
Tries to thread the needle, and it's not going to work. There's another.
Personal foul.
I mean,
Offense.
in reality, I wasn't expecting to win the game. I mean, even against Civi.
That one's going to put him way back.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on the 13.
UCLA
Play a little
big.
bit closer and give yourself a chance to win in the end.
Got it. Complete. He's out of
Didn't do
bounds.
that. What up, Jack?
That makes it 1st and 10.
He goes out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Should have handed the ball off a little bit more too.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down.
It's all right. We gotta.
Oh, and almost picked off.
A lot of growth.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Look at that shit.
And he's taken down at the 36-yard line.
Williams is waiting for the snap.
Fernandez takes it for 21.
He makes it out to maybe the 29-yard line. Kentucky's really used to having everything go their way on offense, and that hasn't been the case today.
Hasn't been the case. You know, the offensive coordinator, I think, may have looked at this game as if it would be no problem. Just show up and be able to move the football. But I think he got a lesson on why it's important to take every single opponent seriously.
They try running left.
And down he goes around the 41-yard line.
First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 41. Airing it out long. And they make the stop at the 19.
Rushes 200 yards. Yeah. Okay. You're welcome for some inflated numbers.
The 5. Complete. It's the junior. Well, they're not going to win it, but they're still playing hard out there.
A good football team has to consistently be able to capitalize when they're in the red zone.
And he converts the extra point. Well, I expect the onside kick here, although it doesn't look like they're lining up for it. He just drills this one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Both teams are playing out the stretch here. You want to get experience for guys who normally don't get in the game and try to avoid injury. UCLA with a commanding lead. He makes it to the 28-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 28-yard line. Second down. He almost had it, but it's incomplete. Makes the grab and steps out right away.
That's a D. First down.
From their own 37-yard line. First down. And they get nice yardage on that run.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Should have did that a few more times.
Rifles it right. Got a man. Watch out here. To the 10. Touchdown. Big play.
And he tacks on the extra point.
A 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they put up 7 points.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
And they can forget about returning this one.
And for Fisher, he's been causing headaches for this secondary all night long.
Well, Brad, he really has, and he's got the hot hand. And let's give some credit to the offensive coordinator because he's smart enough to get the football to him and allow him to make these plays that's helping this offense out. And the thing that we're seeing is he has speed to burn. And when he gets behind the defense, there's virtually no chance of stopping him.
It's 1st and 10.
Ball on the 37. Going deep. Tackle made at the 34.
Quick throw out to the receiver.
They'll bring him down at the 22-yard line.
We've got a 1st and 10.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Less than 3 minutes in the game. Wide out makes the first down catch.
Big play, and it's 1st and goal.
Throws it to the halfback on the screen.
And they push him out at the 1-yard line.
Call it a gain of 8 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
We've got 2nd and goal. Ball on the 1. And the goal line defense digging in here. They go with the run, and he's taken down behind the line.
No gain on the play. That makes it 3rd and goal.
I'm pretty sure they won't win it, but they haven't quit yet.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. A 7-play, 74-yard drive, and they come away with 7 points.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Boy, the two offensive coordinators have to be loving this. In fact, you can look over at our booth next to us and see how much they're enjoying it with a big smile on their face. The defensive coordinators, on the other hand, might be looking for a pink slip on Monday.
And as the defense comes back out, you can be sure they're thinking about that score they surrendered the last time around.
I expect them to run the ball, kill the clock, and put this one in the book.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
From their own 26-yard line. 2nd down. Just over a minute left.
They're going to have to rush to the line. He's taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards.
Yeah.
3rd down.
Got worked. use your team, Civ, Easy, Football Civilization, whatever you want to call him.
Quick pass.
And he's tackled to 29.
Try to steal that game to get ranked. Would have been nice.
It's first down and 10 now after picking up some great yardage through the air.
Yeah, I know. The commentary is delayed. And the alerts won't show up.
This one's in the books, and our final score,
UCLA 69, Kentucky 35.
But
so that wraps things up for us. For EA Sports and Kirk
Football Civ got COVID, so I had to play his damn computer.
And we'll see you next time.
That was fun. Man. Clapped, yeah. Alright, we got clapped. We on the rise though. Gotta root for the little guy. Seems like OBS might be better though used in Streamlabs. I hope you get cooked, Cass. Yeah, I do too. Streamlabs desktop. Maybe I just gotta uncheck some stuff. I don't know. Move it to the top. I mean, should be there. Like, everything's checked. Shutdown source when not visible is checked. I don't know what's... I mean, it's on top of the video captures, and I mean, all the other things is... Alright, so can you test it right now? Test it. box. Maybe it's a different source. Alert box or event list. It's the same thing, but right now it's supposed to be like where Oregon LSU is. Nope. Yeah, it's all the way on the bottom. I mean, I know how to layer it from Photoshop, working with Photoshop. I don't know why it's not popping up though. Later, dude. I gotta fix my audio somehow too. It's delayed. commentary.